Well, you don't. I don't know. You don't like make contact with the pad with your like
Hmm?
palm.
Yeah, I don't.
I do that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not really a problem. Like, you just need to know what to focus on. For me, this feeling, I wanted to isolate like the essentials of tracking, so I just floated my whole arm and like tried to figure out like what was the secret to tracking. I think I figured it out, but I know I sound crazy. I know I sound very crazy, but it's something you do every day. It's just that you're stopping your body from doing it some most of the time because you consciously think about what you're doing. I'm sorry, I don't know how to share my playlist. It was, come on. Is this the right one? No, this is not right. Oh my god, please. I just made a playlist and I could share it. Now I can't share it. Kovaaks, please. Oh, okay, I did it. I'm sorry, bro. I did not expect this would happen. There we go. Now we got it.
I think you can just send me the code.
Yeah, I have to send you the code. There you go. Not that one, this one. Okay, so I'm not gonna ask you to play this immediately. I'm gonna teach you how to move first.
Okay.
So the general structure of what I want to teach you is firstly how to move your arm smoothly at all times, or how to move your mouse smoothly at all times. Secondly, uh, and like within that lesson, there's like a lot of stuff inside. A lot of stuff inside. I'm gonna ask you to try a lot of things. I'm gonna ask you to try and follow along, so that even if you don't get the theory, you get the feeling, which is the important part. The theory is not important. Okay. Then afterwards, I'm gonna tell you how to do speed matching tracking, so that you can learn like the most essential tracking skill, in my opinion. Then afterwards, I'm gonna tell you you uh what you can do with that skill, like and how to play stuff like snake track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I think that's almost it. I'm gonna tell you like about prediction and how to position your crosshair at a different location than when you're looking at. And all this is possible only because you move your mouse smoothly, which is the first thing I'm gonna teach. Okay, let me check my lesson notes. Hold on. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so to move your mouse smoothly, we will first cover two theoretical ideas. The first one is tangent budget. The second one is neutral position of like the joints. For example, this, if you let your arm hang like this, you get a straight wrist, and then like your fingers are in a neutral position. This is where there's the strongest grip strength, that kind of thing. And then afterwards, I'm gonna tell you 4 bad habits to avoid, so that you may move more naturally, okay, or like more efficiently, automatically. You don't even have to think about it. But there's something you have to think about, which is the gentle motion, gentle feeling of when you move your mouse just a little bit, like when you move your crosshair just a little bit, more exactly. Yeah, it's gentle, right? It feels gentle.
Mm.
You're gonna learn how to preserve that throughout the entire motion on the mouse pad. That if you preserve that, um, your mouse motion will be smooth no matter what. Okay. Then afterwards, I'm gonna cover ergonomics, so you can preserve the gentle feeling. Now, this may not make sense right now, but it will make sense later. Okay, finally, when I'm telling you the bad habits, I'm going to talk about what this suggests about tracking technique. And then at the end of it, I'll talk about um, the process of tracking, like a way to model the process of tracking, the way to break it down, and a way to troubleshoot. Okay, so that is the whole most of it. And afterwards, we'll
Okay.
try two scenarios. The first scenario will be um, a bouncy ball scenario where I'll just tell you to play it first, and then you can try and see like whether you're on target all the time or you can see the target all the time. If you can't see the target all the time, it means you're predicting too much. If you can't see or you're not smooth in your motion. The second if you if you can see the target, maybe you're too aggressive with it, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you how to like how uh what is too aggressive, what's not too aggressive. Or like what is too urgent or what's not too urgent. Then afterwards I'll tell you how to play scenarios with gradual acceleration. Yeah, and changing acceleration. Like Snake Track Advanced. This one doesn't really have it, so it's fine. Okay. That's the whole thing. That's all I'll teach. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's begin. So can you go into free play? Oh my god, what team is this? Yo, show me your team. Play something with walls. Or do you have clover alternate? Okay, that's fine. Okay, show me your crosshair. Oh, it's huge. Can you see this green like very clearly?
Yeah.
Contrasting with the sky, the walls and floor, and the target. All three are contrasted clearly.
Yes.
Okay, then it's good enough. You can press override scenario visuals at the top right. There we go. So okay, first things first. Bad habit theory point number one, tension budget. So the idea is that each muscle on your every muscle you have. Okay, every muscle. Let me turn this. Down this screen share. Where is this screen share? There we go. The thing is, every muscle in your body has a limit to. There's like this imaginary HP bar, right? This tension bar that decreases whenever you feel like the feeling of like the tense feeling. Okay, so if you move your mouse, if you fix your wrist to the mouse pad and move your mouse with just your fingers like this, do it 10 times. Can you feel your fingers getting like a bit harder to move? It's getting a bit tenser, it's getting tired, right?
Yeah.
So this is when the tension bar reduces. And then have you ever like ran and afterwards you feel this tense feeling in like your legs or yeah, pretty much in your legs or your calves, and
Uh-huh.
then after a while you just like kind of makes it really hard to move, right? Like move your calves, move your legs, right? After you run a lot.
Uh-huh.
That's because you used up the tangent budget. Okay? So in the case of mouse control, if you use your fingers a lot like this very fast, you'll lose um you'll lose control and you'll start shaking. So strength is related to the amount of shake, right? So less less shake, I mean more strength equals less shake. Okay, strength is all of the muscle is also related to flexibility, and so which means it's related to the range of motion of that you can move without being tired. So if you want to expand the range of motion, one thing you can do is to train your fingers in this case. I know people, like, yeah, pretty much. Okay. Next. So we just covered what's the idea of a tension budget. It has like some sort of HP bar. Oh, sorry. When you're relaxing your muscle, like you're not using it, the HP bar regenerates. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We covered. Yes, a HP bar. How to feel it being used. That it regenerates passively. It regenerates if it's not used. And then how to increase the HP bar even further, which is just train. Next concept, neutral position. So, I'm gonna show you. Okay, please hang your arm by your side as if you're walking. Now,
Okay.
freeze your forearm, and you can see that the position of the wrist is very straight, something like that. Follow along. Okay. Please test the grip strength. It's very strong, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna test the wrist grip strength at other angles. We're gonna move it down all the way. And then try the grip strength. Don't have to push it much. Just notice how it feels. How does it feel?
Yeah. A lot weaker.
Much weaker, right? All the way up. Try it.
A little weaker.
A lot weaker. Okay. Now we're gonna try right in this case. And then try it. All
It's like
five.
about the same.
Yeah, all 5 fingers about the same. And you didn't turn it enough. Like this.
Oh yeah, a little less.
A little less,
Don't
right?
really turn.
Which fingers are the most affected?
My pinky.
Okay. Now all the way up. Okay, try again. Which fingers are the most affected?
Like I think my pinky again.
Not your thumb.
Yeah, and my thumb. I can feel it with my thumb too.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try it at a neutral position again. Is it strong? Comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. So this suggests something, right? Like that we should keep, since we have more strength in the middle, when we turn our wrists, we should keep the range of motion like more limited, so that whenever you control the mouse with our fingers, we have more control and less shake. Okay. This is like obvious
Never heard
stuff.
of that.
Never heard of that? Oh.
No.
No, now you heard of it. Okay. I mean, you just felt it, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you
The
don't have.
aimer I used, like I started aiming off of, did that exact same thing. He'd like turn his wrist like super tweaked and would aim like that, like when the situation needed it.
Who? You?
Who? His
Huh?
name. What's his name?
Okay. Well, it's fine. The guy probably has injuries.
Yeah. The gaming definition.
Yeah, he probably has injuries. Either his range of motion on his wrist, natural range, is really big, or like,
Uh-huh.
or he has injuries. Either one. Or he like doesn't play enough to get injuries, because, like, okay, so like, let's talk about health for a bit, and like injuries. So, as you know, right? For example, running. When you just started running, your running form is like terrible, right? You run like 800 meters and then you get tired already. You can't run like 10 kilometers at once, right? So, running is kind of like a balance of how efficient the technique is, how much air you breathe in, and like how strong the muscles are. You kind of get it. So let's say
Yeah.
you start running, And then you start feeling your muscles getting tense. If you breathe more in, forcibly breathe more in, you'll start to feel that feeling your muscles ease a little bit. If you slow down, it'll ease even more. Oh, I forgot to mention intensity. That's the fourth one. Yeah. If you make your running posture, like the running technique, more efficient, it will even be easier. So these are like some stuff that we balanced to make sure you can keep running. And in terms of damage, how much damage you can do to your body is determined by kind of like how fast you can heal it. Because every day when we go through our daily motions, in a sense, we're dealing damage to our body, right? So when we sleep, when we rest, it recovers. When we sleep, it recovers even faster. So it's kind of like your rest should be more than sufficient before you run again.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's that sense. Okay, so if that guy use his wrist enough, like he played like I don't know 16 hours a day, and he does it like this, oh, he's gonna
That's
get
exactly
injury.
how he does it.
He does it without
That's
injury.
exactly what he does, yeah. I don't know if he has an injury or not.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't. Yeah, maybe his wrist is just really strong, you know. Yeah, maybe. Or either that, or his natural wrist motion is like super huge. Plus, he's strong. The wrist is strong.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's talk about uh ergonomics. So in theory, we covered the tangent budget and we covered what is the neutral position. Now let's talk about, sorry, not ergonomics. The bad habits. Bad habit number 1 out of 4. Okay, pivoting or anchoring any body part. Basically, you are stopping. If let's say you're doing this, my wrist is fixed from my fingers. My forearm is fixed. Move only a wrist like this, or move only a wrist like this, or move on the forearm like this, like 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 I'm on this big pad of flesh, and I'm moving like this, and then or I'm pivoting on the elbow like this, or I'm moving only my shoulder like this. It's not the most efficient action you can make. It's not gonna be as smooth as it can be. I'm going to explain slowly, starting from the first one. Okay, for the fingers, I think it's obvious enough. The fingers aren't very strong. Like most people's fingers aren't very strong, unless you're like a rock climber or something. Yeah, then maybe you can do fingertip grip and just move only the fingers. You can play like some super high sense or something. But most people's fingers get fatigued very fast. If you play like this, you'll get injured fast. Especially if you play like this. Yeah, you'll get injured super fast. Why? Firstly, the wrist is at an awkward angle. When you use your fingers or when you move your wrist, there's a build up of a lot of tension. Next, some people press their wrist to the table like this. It's really not good. Let me explain. I have to tell you about how the fingers work first. So, in the neutral position, you can see easily. I'm going to demonstrate. The fingers are controlled by these little strings that go all the way into your forearm, right? And
Yeah.
at the bottom, they exist as well. You can kind of feel it. And even on the thumb.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's that. If you're doing this, you're pressing on the string, and you're limiting the finger. So if you press gently on it,
Oh,
yeah, your
never thought
fingers
about that.
won't really work well. So no matter what, please do not press down on this area. It's not meant to be pressed down on. You're not supposed to put any weight on this soft part. Okay, you can put weight on this bony part here, or the palm, but not down here. Okay. The usually the part that contacts the mouse pad is a bit further up, so it's fine. Okay, so that's why I don't think Opie mousepad is like very good either, because some people like think they put that part there. Okay, then okay, so I just talked about how the fingers are controlled by these strings. So when you do this motion, you see this motion? Try it.
Uh-huh.
Try it with firstly only the wrist, right? The range. Notice how big the range is. Okay, now think of moving the fingers, like the fingertips, all 5 fingertips, and find the range this way. So it's much less than moving the wrist alone. And can you test the grip strength at the extreme ranges of this finger motion? Move up
Okay.
all the way, grip. Move down all the way, grip. It's very strong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty damn strong. It's much stronger than if the wrist was all the way down and it's super weak. So you might think, oh, so instead of controlling this hand motion left and right with the wrist, we should instead control it with the fingers. It automatically keeps the fingers strong for us. And yeah, that's right. You shouldn't care. But actually, you don't really need to think about the individual muscle groups, because just like how the wrist moves when you think about moving the fingers, like the wrist kind of like moves together with the fingers, right? The arm, the forearm, the shoulder, and the back, and the like, torso will all move if you think about the force you put on the mouse, on the side of the mouse, I guess, or like, yeah, pretty much. It'll all move together if you try and keep the force gentle and consistent, starting from zero. So if you move the mouse, if you move your crosshair just a bit in free play, you'll see, uh, yeah, you press stop playlist. Yep, then you press play. You just move your crosshair a little bit, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, tiny, yeah, like that. You'll feel this gentle feeling on your mouse, right? Yeah, try and preserve that in one direction. Make it go all the way to the end of the pad. Okay. Do you manage to preserve it all the way through? Do you feel any discomfort in your
Mm-hmm.
shoulder or wrist or elbow? Then you go try the leftward. You put a force on the right side of the mouse, starting from zero. And then as it starts to move, you gradually increase the force. Okay. Yeah. Manage to preserve it all the way through to the end of your mouse pad.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, now, are you still like pivoting on your elbow or not? Or are you
What do you mean?
floating?
Like when I'm doing that?
Yeah, when you're doing that.
No, I'm like using like my shoulder and my arm, and
Oh,
I think I'm just mostly using my shoulder, I think.
yeah. Okay, but you're concentrating on the force, on the gentle feeling on your mouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like you to preserve uh, the gentle feeling on all the all the contacts of the mouse, or at least the left and right side, the most important ones, or the sides, anyways. As you move the mouse at all times, you can practice going from left to right to left, and you can see you're probably doing this sneaking motion with your arm if you try it for a few times. Are you?
Uh, yeah.
Nice, you got it, bro. I feel like I might not have to cover like the rest of the bad habits. Uh, you can try this scenario with it now, and let's see whether there's more problems.
Okay.
No, just play in free play. Doesn't matter. I'll judge for you. Like basically, I'm looking out for any little bit of shake. Any little bit of shake will mean that you didn't do something right. So all you want to focus on is uh, you're gonna look at the top of the target, the very top of the target, and you're gonna stare intently at it. Yeah, okay. Your crosshair is gonna be in your peripheral vision, and that's fine. This is a very convenient way to aim, and you're gonna continue to preserve the gentle force on the mouse all the way through. Yeah, it's okay if you're slow, as long as you preserve it right now, and get the feeling of it now. You'll speed up later. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now, in addition to this, uh, stop caring about what position your mouse is on your mouse pad. Stop caring about uh, the rotation of your mouse. Just let it rotate. It doesn't matter. Your mouse will naturally end up at the bottom of the mouse pad, and that's fine. Okay. Um, don't don't correlate the the direction of the mouse movement to the direction of the crosshair movement. Just move the mouse like in some random direction, and if it's towards the target, good. If it's not towards the target, adjust. Okay. If the crosshair is very far away from the target, use more force. I say more force. Okay, not an exact force, but more force. If your cursor is very close to the target, use less force. Okay. The reason why I say this is that you can develop a sensitivity independent technique, and it'll work better. Like it'll feel more intuitive than the sensitivity dependent version. For reasons I'll explain later. Yeah, look. So you don't really have to care much about your arm. The only thing have to care is about preserving the gentle feeling for your arm. Yeah. Then the only thing else left to care about is bringing the crosshair to the target. Yeah. So yeah, for your arm, you have to care about using more and less force as well. Yeah. When you use more and less force, change the force gradually. Yeah. This is
Okay.
what builds mouse control. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now you got it. You got it, bro. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna repeat. Mouse hand, uh, or like the arm, only focus on two things: how much force you're using, huh, like, and uh, preserving the gentle feeling. Okay. Then on your
What did you say
screen,
to do once I got to the bottom of the mouse pad?
you just lift up your. Okay, it's like a bit uncomfortable, right? When you get to the bottom, just lift up
Uh-huh.
your mouse and just place it back on the mouse pad. You don't have to care where. Just let your body do it for you. It's very simple.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. If the mouse pad, when your body places it down, is way too far, like to the right, then move your mouse pad to the left. This will, yeah, just move the mouse pad to you.
Okay.
Yeah, or you can like move your chair to the right, or you get the idea. Yeah. Okay. That's how you set your mouse pad position. Okay. Also, since you do get this feeling now, feel free to place your arm back on the table, but and like on the armrest if you want. But you must make sure you can preserve the gentle feeling and let your body move freely as well. Yeah, you gotta get used to it if you want to pull it down. Why is it doing the exact same thing over and over again? You might have to restart the scenario. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, turn off the hit sounds when you're tracking. So you can develop the, you know what I mean. Hit sounds, yep. This is just this one, yep. Nice. So you use your eyes to confirm, basically. Yeah. Yeah, trust me, it'll stop you from getting distracted from the sounds. Soon you'll get what I mean. For like clicking and switching, you might want to turn hit sounds back on, but for tracking, try to play without. Yeah.
I can do like the snake thing like easier to the left and like to the right, I feel like.
Okay. Uh,
Now I'm like actually doing it on the target.
I see. That makes sense, kind of. Okay, okay. Maybe I do have to go through the entire thing, anyways. Um,
I think well, I have like a gaming chair, right? There's
yes.
like the little like
Oh, this thing?
uh
Is it this?
so my chair's like this. Like
Uh-huh.
let me see.
The wing on the side hits your arm.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, then sit forward.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing about sitting forward is that you might aim easier, but it is stressful for like your lower back. So whenever you like get time to rest in game, like you just died or something, and normally like you stretch, right, or something, right, or like you stretch or you just drink water, take a breather. Uh, Also like sometimes lay back on your chair and rest your back when you do that. So that's
Uh-huh.
make sure you rest, because otherwise your lower back, like here, oh,
Yeah.
here, will be very tense. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So just remember to rest. You can do it, but you need to just remember to rest. Uh, yeah. If going right is still harder than going left, then tell me. I'll go to the toilet. You can experiment.
I think it's fine now, I think.
Oops. Excuse me. Okay, how is it?
I think it's okay.
Is that okay? Feels easy in all directions?
Yeah.
Nice. What about the top and the bottom of the pad? If you think about uh, moving your crosshair upwards, okay? Let your body move your mouse for you, and then you go all the way to the top of the pad. Is it comfortable to move left and right at the top and at the bottom?
At the top.
Yep. Comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the bottom.
Huh?
The bottom's a little less comfortable. I like the bottom left. I hit like my chest, like my like
Okay.
rib.
Nah, that's fine. Okay. All good, all good. Okay. That's the beginning. I'm gonna start explaining uh like all the bad habits that you are already avoiding. This is a weird situation because usually people that come for help have like more issues because they play like a lot of games and then focusing on the game, they don't really care about like how their body feels. You know, they just force it, and if they're feeling pain, they're just like focus on the game and they just keep playing through the pain. And they develop bad habits. Well, you don't really have many bad habits at all. But I'll tell you what they are, so you know what to avoid. Okay.
Okay.
So the first bad habit we covered was don't pivot or anchor any body part, and the reason is, firstly, the range of motion is limited. Secondly, when you reach the limit of the range of motion, you have to lift up that you're okay. Firstly, right, when you reach the limit of range of motion, you have to lift up that body part, right? And when you're lifting up, you start at an awkward position. Let me show you. Like this. It's awkward on the left side, right? And then when I lift it up to continue, there is shake introduced in my aim because the wrist is at an awkward angle. Like when your wrist is at an awkward angle and you wanna continue hold the mouse and do stuff with it, or you just continue to hold the mouse, there will be shake because that's just how it works, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. It just works that way. You can just try it for yourself. And then next, the forearm. I used to play like this because my chair was way too low. There's a lot of issues with this. The greatest being vertical movement. When I move my mouse forward, you see what happens. It's just
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting on a blanket right now. I did that yesterday, so I
yeah,
noticed that.
yeah. That's good. That's good. Okay, so there's a gentle feeling like this, but if I want to preserve the gentle feeling off to the right, when I lift, okay, like it's preserved all the way to the right, right? At this extreme end, it starts to not get preserved. Like it starts to become uncomfortable to grip the mouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then when you lift up the the arm to move further, you introduce shake because you started at a comfortable angle yet again. So what? What if we just lift up the mouse like this and move? Well, then that's not pivoting anymore. uh, that's not anchoring anymore. Okay. So that's the first problem is of pivoting is oh wait, let me explain the rest. Okay. Okay, so let's explain why you shouldn't pivot at the elbow. So you do a mouse movement like this, all the way from the left to the right. And you stop here. Okay, now let's do it without actually can we just yeah. Okay, now at the left side on the mouse pad, move the mouse like a little bit left and right. Or move the crosshair a little bit left and right. It feels easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, or at least it's relative. And move all the way to the right side of the mouse pad. And then move mouse left and right. Those are crosshair left and right, sorry. If they feel as easy as just now,
If I'm elbow anchoring.
yeah, if you're elbow anchoring.
It feels fine.
Feels fine.
Well, if
A
I'm
little bit.
moving it with my wrist, it feels fine. But if I move it like with my elbow more,
Yeah, it's not really fine. Or like you should feel something like at the back here.
like when I do it with like you saying wiggle more with my elbow,
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like weird when I do that. But if
Yeah.
I will do it with my wrist, it feels fine.
Uh, you can do it with your wrist, but use the bigger range of motion with your wrist. I think it didn't like pivot all the way enough. You can try this angle to make it more obvious. Like just go all the way, but don't try not to dislocate your shoulder. Yeah. Is it obvious?
Uh, feels fine.
That's fine. Hmm. Or maybe you can try grip strength. Ah yeah. Yeah, this is more obvious. A little bit. You should be able to feel something up here. I hope.
Uh, feels normal to me.
Maybe you're strong. Well, okay, we can try another method. So first, relax your arm in the air. Okay. Let your palm face like whether up or down. Just let your body do it. So when it's on the left side of your mouse pad, it's kind of like down, right? Then we move it to the right, anchoring your elbow. It faces up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now turn your palm to face down. Can you feel it? It's a little bit of tension.
Yeah, I feel a little bit.
Yeah. It's about here, right?
Uh, it's like on like my wrist,
On the wrist,
the inside.
inside. Oh yeah. There's on the wrist as well. Okay, maybe you can't feel that one. Maybe you're just stronger. Yeah, but you can feel the extra tension, and that's why you shouldn't really pivot on the elbow because you introduce extra tension, like and it makes it harder to move the fingers because the when you move your mouse like this from here, you might think you didn't introduce any tension, but the tension introduced is as if your palm was facing up. This is no tension. Then you
Uh-huh.
turn all the way to face down onto your mouse. Yeah, that's the tension you introduce by moving your mouse from the left to right like this. Okay, so it's not ideal. I don't think it's bad enough to give you injury, but that's why you don't want to do it. The second reason is that shoulder is a very awkward angle when you do this. If you can see. Look. Shoulder is an awkward angle, especially if you do it like that. This looks weird, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it feels weird too. Okay, so that's why. And then furthermore, if you want to lift up your arm at this angle, there'll be shake, like in your back. Lift up your arm at this angle, right? A little bit of shake. It's all the way from your back. Yeah. So the shake will travel through your arm and to the mouse. If you're talking about these tiny shakes. So this is not really this is probably like the least terrible shake that you'll get from pivoting. Or maybe the shoulder as well. So as you've seen, the trend is that firstly you have less range of motion. Secondly, you have less control at the extremes of the range of motion. And then because of that, you have more injury as well, or more chance of injury. Okay, next, pivoting the shoulder. You can try moving only your forearm. You can feel the tension in your back, right? Okay. Now just abandon the mouse and just reach naturally around the mouse pad. You're moving the same way, but you don't feel the tension in your back. You see. This is moving naturally. Okay. I'm gonna give you, another. Okay. I think that's it for this bad habit. Oh, okay. Have you played games with recoil control? Like, and have you like memorized recoil patterns?
No, I always just look at the bullets.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, but if if you have a friend that like memorizes the recoil patterns, and most of the time when they're like, this is my experience. Okay, I used to memorize the recall pattern by the feeling of my muscles. So it kind of works because your body has a sense of telling where your whatever you're holding is relative to whatever you're holding it with. And like you have a sense of where your hand is as compared to your forearm. And your forearm is compared to the upper arm, and upper arm is compared to the shoulder. So you have a sense of where your fingers are, or like where every body part is. You can use this to memorize the recall pattern. But the problem is when you use your muscles consciously, I mean, you probably start to pivot when you do that. Because let's say you're in the practice range, right? So you do the recoil control. Okay, let me give let's
Well,
use
anytime
yeah.
I would control recoil, I'd do it with just my fingertips in those games.
Yeah, don't do that. That will that is not flexible. Because if you do it with just your fingertips, it's as if you're pivoting on your fingers. When you reach, when you want to uh, stack this motion with another motion, or like, let's say you've been shooting for half a second, right? And then opponent starts moving, your fingers won't be in a very, they won't be in their strongest position. If they are not very strong, they will be in an awkward position. And you start moving your wrist, you'll introduce shake. Okay, a more common situation is when people memorize a recall pattern, they try in the range, they shoot a singular target, standing still, no problem. A target moving from left to right, straight line, no problem. Any movement, no problem. But when they go into game, they shoot the target in front of them, staying still, no problem. They move their mouse to the right like this, and then they do it. They suddenly lose all control, even though they memorized and they know like what to do. Okay, can you see why? Well, I'm gonna get you to just try it. You don't have to see or you don't have to think. Let's say the recall pattern is really simple. You move your mouse from your left to your right, and that's it. Okay, from the left to the right. Do it with only your wrist. Let's say he did it with only his wrist. Okay. Now let's do it at the bottom left of our mouse pad. Left to the right, to the left to the right. Okay. Have you memorized the muscle movement?
I think I lagged after you said only your wrist.
Only wrist. Okay. Now try moving the mouse only left to the right. Okay. Can you memorize this movement? Just do it a few times and feel it. Yeah. Feel the hand. You're doing this for educational purposes, not for playing in game. Okay. Now move your mouse extreme bottom left, bottom right. Sorry, bottom right, and try it again. Is it? Is
I
it?
can't go as far to the right.
Yeah. Is it? Is it as easy as just now?
I go to the right when
Sorry,
I'm like pivoted to the right.
it can't go to the right any further.
Yeah,
It feels.
here I can do like this,
Yeah.
and then here I can only do like this.
Yeah. I mean, I guess my wrist is stronger than yours, so I can go all the way still. But there's a lot of tension if you try and go any further, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now try at the top right of the mouse pad. Left to right. Is it easier than before? Is it harder than before?
To the left, it's easier, but it's
To
like
the right?
it's just as hard to the. It's
Just
maybe a
as
little
hard.
harder to the right.
Okay. Now top left of the mouse pad?
Feels fine to me.
Okay. Bottom left again? It's
To the
as
left is harder.
oh, but it's still easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what you memorized it on, so it's easy. So you kind of get it now, right? If you do the same recall pattern by memorizing a muscle movement on different parts of the pad, you get different amounts of tension. Okay, let's try it the natural way now. So you're just gonna look at your crosshair and you place your mouse starting at the bottom left of your pad, right? Think about moving your crosshair to the right by that amount, and let your body move for you. Okay, then yeah, you can just try at the bottom right of the pad now. Top right of the pad. Right, left, right, left. Top left of the pad. Right, left, right, left. It's easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the idea. If you do it this way, all your joints will be automatically aligned and it's like ready to react to move your mouse to anywhere else on the pad. You'll never feel tense or like stuck. And you'll always be in control. You'll feel very free when aiming. Like if you play a game where you like jump around very close range, you want to track the person like everywhere while doing the recoil control, you can easily do that. Now I'm not saying don't ever use muscle memory, because in my experience, if you want like to memorize the recoil exactly, the part where you move your crosshair is not the most exact. Although it works very well, it's like probably like 90% as well as the one where it's like pure muscle memory. Uh, yeah,
I don't know. Some pro just told me to like look at where the bullets go instead, and that's what I've always done since then.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm recommending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm recommending that instead of memorizing the muscle movement, you memorize the crosshair movement, or like where the bullets go. Same thing. Yeah. Okay, so that's bad habit number 2. Don't memorize muscle movements because there's too much tension usage at awkward angles. And it leads to loss of control in newly encountered situations they didn't expect. Okay, third bad habit. Don't use muscle groups consciously. Why? Well, one, you're gonna end up like pivoting or anchoring some muscle groups because when you control it, uh, when you control your muscles consciously, you're probably not thinking of like your whole arm at once, right? Like your whole body at once, right? You're thinking of like some particular muscle group, and you're gonna end up like pivoting or anchoring. So at least even in the air you can do that, right?
Yeah.
So uh, it comes with all those downsides, which I already explained. I want to explain again. Then the second downside is that you have to think while you aim in game. Let's say like you're avoiding a grenade, you're running away from cover, avoiding a grenade, or running to another cover. You're thinking about your teammates' lines of sight, or like where's their bubble, how they can cover you. You're trying to give voice comms. You're trying to IGL all at the same time, and now you have to think about muscle groups as well. What happens if you land yourself in a complex situation where the enemy is doing some cursed movement, and you have to think about how to use your muscles? Bro, you got no time for that. You're gonna be distracted from what's on the screen. right? So that's the second reason why you shouldn't think about muscle groups consciously. The first reason just now was you end up pivoting or anchoring your body parts. The fourth and last bad habit, don't keep the mouse straight like this. I have one person that I shared about tracking with, and he did this. Okay, he used his wrist like that. I'm like, what? That looks so uncomfortable. And it is. You can try it. It's very uncomfortable. Now, there is an obvious uh, disadvantage, which is your wrist goes at awkward positions, or like your range of motion is severely limited as well. It's the same as pivoting and anchoring your your body part. It's just that instead of anchoring it like to like another body part, you're anchoring it to like the angle to the mouse pad. Okay. It's more efficient if you let the mouse rotate because because of this. I need to teach you a little something first. Well, you probably already know. Let's say you want to move your crosshair just to the right, right? You can move your mouse to the right, firstly, exactly to the right, or you can move in another two ways. First way is an upside down circle, like that. Your cursor will move to the right and back, and then the third way is the uh, circle, downward circle, I guess, like downwards curve. Your cursor will move to the right, and that's because the cursor movement is based on the sensor. So, uh, if your mouse movement is on the circle, the sensor looks as if it's just moving right or left. It doesn't differ between them. So, based on how the mouse sensor is designed, you can move the mouse in extremely free ways, like a lot freer than if you were to just keep it straight. Now, this gives a lot of advantages in terms of how efficient the body movement is. And if you just leave it to your body to figure it out for you, your body will figure out for you. You don't have to think about it. You might be like, oh, it's complicated, right? I need to think, oh, I want to move this mouse on a sort of curve to move to the left. It's more efficient. No, don't think that way. I've tried it. It doesn't work. Just let your body do it for you. It works way better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, uh, why would you keep the mouse straight, right? I know why. I know why he wanted to do that. He played tactical shooters, and so when he flicked, he wanted the crosshair position to be. He wanted the crosshair position. He wanted the crosshair movement direction to be exactly the same as the mouse movement direction. So you'd be like, oh, this is really intuitive. It makes sense. It simplifies how I think about a mouse. But you see, it still comes with the downside of having to think about mouse movements consciously. And so you get distracted from what's on your screen in game. And you also get lessened efficiency. You get tired faster when you play. Unless you play high sense, like super high sense, and you move like this or something. But yeah, you can try it. It's probably a lot worse. Okay. Those are the 4 bad habits. First, pivoting or anchoring any body part. Second, don't memorize muscle movements. Third, don't use muscle groups consciously. Fourth, don't keep the mouse straight. You let it rotate. So, okay. You might.
If I really need to, I think I can hand cam.
Oh, it's fine. Your tracking shows that you already got it.
Okay.
I have like shared with enough people to tell that you already got it. As long as it's completely smooth all the way without any shake, you already got it, bro. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. So next thing is like another problem with correlating your mouse position on the mouse pad with your crosshair position. It's like, okay, let's say you somehow forget that you're keeping your mouse straight and you moved it down like this to the left. Then when you want to move your mouse up, like your crosshair upwards, someone jumps. You wanna and you'll be like, oh, you think, oh, I need to move it up on the mouse pad, and you move up, and your cursor moves diagonally, and like, wait, what? And it creates this cognitive dissonance because what you expect is your crosshair to move up, but it didn't move up; it moved diagonally.
Yeah.
Now, there's a huge problem with this in competitive games. Is that first, the reality is different from your expectation, and now you need to resolve it. So, firstly, you get a shock that is wrong, that expectation does not meet reality. Secondly, you need to resolve it, and you need to think about how to react afterwards. It might be already too late when you're thinking you can just get shot once in the head and you die. Uh, so there's that. You don't want to do that. If you just care about moving your crosshair and like keeping a gentle feeling on the mouse at all times, you can just focus on like moving a crosshair to the target and hitting the target, and that's about it. Like the gentle feeling will become something in the background, kinda. Yeah. Unless you're like playing very hard tracking scenarios, then maybe you think about it a little bit. Okay, so there's that. Those are the 4 bad habits. That's like the main bulk of the or like half the lecture, I guess. Okay. Okay, next is ergonomics. So let me demonstrate. Let's say your chair is too low. Okay. You want to prepare, you want to like preserve the gentle feeling on the mouse. Your arm will mostly, when moving it to the right, your arm will move up like this. Your wrist will kind of like straighten, right? If you don't see it, tell me.
Do what?
Okay, so I'm like this, right? Let's say I'm in this posture. You want to preserve the gentle feeling on the mouse as you move it right. As you gradually increase the force, you feel like lifting your arm. And then as you move, your arm will be raised. If you look at my shoulder, you see that it's raised. If you don't get it, like if you can't make it happen, tell me. I have an example for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Or actually, I can give you another example, so that anyone you want to explain this to, if they don't get it, you can show them this example. You wanna see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it goes like this. First, you start off at an extreme. Okay, we're gonna like. When I try and teach people how to do that, they usually like have their bad habits like ingrained really hard in them, and they don't feel it. They just like continue to move like this, pivoting and all, or like on the elbow. So for the thumb, the gentle feeling on the left side of the mouse, right? Okay, so let's say you're in the most messed up ergonomic position ever. You're leaning back on your desk. Leaning back on your chair. Your head is at a terrible angle. You're like this. Your foot is like on top of each other or something. And then, okay, you have your contact point on the side of your table with your thumb, just like you have your contact point on the side of the mouse with your thumb, right? Now, from this position, there's a gentle feeling of the thumb on the table, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now starting from 0, gradually increase this force of your thumb on the table. Gradually increase, and you start to feel discomfort in your wrist. Like, allow your body to move to get rid of the discomfort as you slowly increase the force, the amount of force that you use. You'll notice that your wrists will start to straighten automatically, and you'll start to move more to line your body with where you're pressing on. Okay, as you increase the force even further, you'll start to use your shoulder. You'll start to use like your forearm, your shoulder, your back, and then eventually your whole body like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the feeling of moving to overcome the discomfort, or like moving to prepare to exert a larger force comfortably, or uh, moving to preserve the gentle feeling. And then when I tell them to move the mouse now, and remember that feeling, I say that the elbow, like your body will want to move towards the left side of the mouse when you prepare to use more force. And then same thing with the little finger. Your body will move towards the right side of the mouse with more force. That's why when you do when move your crosshair left and right, you do a sneaking motion. Every time you're at the edge of range of the wrist,
Yeah.
if you use your thumb, remember when your wrist was at the edge of range and your thumb was affected, right? So in order to preserve the gentle feeling, your body will automatically move the whole forearm this way, and your thumb will become stronger because the alignment is better, and then you can move like that. Yeah, so that's why it's like that. You move to the left, like in this way, and when you're at the other side of the edge of range of motion on the right, your little finger is affected by the bend in the wrist. So it's the same thing. Your wrist, your forearm will move to preserve strength in the little finger. Like your wrist won't, your little finger won't really like move, like use strength. It will kind of try and stay in place while your forearm does the moving for you. Yeah. So that's why the sneaking motion occurs, and that's how you tell if they're doing it right. Some people, I have one person, his shoulder wasn't moving, like his shoulder was stiff. He felt like he had to play like this. That's why the sneaking motion didn't occur. His mouse movement was like this. I was like, wait, what? Your mouse stays at the same place when you move left and right? I'm like, what? Okay. When I told him to float his arm and relax more, then he got it. Yeah, his shoulder was too stiff. So you get the idea now.
Is this apply to every like tracking?
Yeah, it does.
Like every like movement ever?
Every
Like
movement
okay.
ever, like in tracking, switching, and clicking.
Okay.
But you'll come across people that will tell you like, oh, start the, like, let's say in flicking, right? Start the movement with only your shoulder, then like move with the fingers. When they say only your shoulder, they don't mean only your shoulder. They mean mostly your shoulder. Okay? You always move with your entire body at once. If you want to use more of a body part, or like train more of a body part, or you know that body part is weak, you can train it by, let's say you want to train the fingers and wrists. You increase the sense to like 15 cm per 360 maybe. If you want to train the arm, you can play it like 60, or like the forearm, you can train like 60 cm per 360. If you want to train the shoulders, you can play some scenario that makes you do 360s. Yeah, you have to do this bullshit. Yeah, you get used to resetting like this. Yeah, okay. Okay, those are the 4 bad habits, and let's talk about ergonomics. We were talking about ergonomics, remember? So when the table is too low, I try and preserve a gentle force on my thumb, on the side of the mouse. The side of the mouse. My shoulder will raise. If my shoulder raises, this means my chair is too low, or my table is too high. Either one. Yeah, you'll know. Then The other extreme is when you're too high and like this, holding like this. When I'm relaxed, moving a mouse like nothing, it's okay. But when I try to preserve the gentle force, my my shoulder goes down like that, and if it's slouching or like it's going down, uh, then your chair is too high. If it's normal, like
How
neither
can you tell
slouch.
if your chair's too high?
Sorry,
How can you tell if your chair's too high?
my chair is too high.
Now, how can you tell?
How can you tell? Okay, when your chair is too high, and you try and preserve the gentle feeling on the mouse, your shoulder will, like as you prepare to put more force, gradually increase it, your shoulder will put slouch. It will go down. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's how you tell. And you move to the edge of the mouse pad to see whether it's still comfortable, like whether the shoulder will move down or up.
Well, my shoulder moves kind of up when I go to the top of the mouse pad.
My shoulder moves a bit up as well, but for most of the range of motion, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you don't need to change your chair height apparently. This should be pretty good enough. Okay. So we've covered the theory, like tangent budget, neutral position, bad habits, 4 bad habits, pivoting or anchoring body part, don't memorize muscle movements, don't use muscle groups consciously, don't keep the mouse straight. And we cover the ergonomics of how to tell whether the table of chair height is, how to adjust it. Then we talk about sitting forward enough so the arms can't hit the backrest, but you can rest occasionally. You should rest occasionally when you can. Then your feet, at least one foot should be touching the ground, I think, for stability. Like firmly on the ground. Okay. And then let's talk about tracking. Finally. So, okay. Let's. You already done this scenario, right? You're pretty okay with it. Let's try the next one. So you press the play button, the green play button. Go to local playlist if you downloaded it. Oh, okay, never mind, it's fine. Not the unlovable support. That's close, long, strafe, invincible. Yeah, this one. It's gonna be kind of fast. I want you to preserve the gentle motion. It's okay if you're too slow. We'll just choose the easier difficulty. Okay. Now, yeah, just play it for a sec. I want to see. Okay. Okay. So right now I can tell you're staring at the middle of the target, right?
No, I was looking at the top.
You're looking at the top already.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, then you gotta be more careful when you get back onto the target. Make sure your cursor is at the very center. Alright, you just gotta do pure concentration. Make sure you don't ever overshoot. Yeah. So you speed up your cursor to get back to the target and slow down until it hits exactly the center. Now, if the speed up is too much for you to handle, like too much for you to see, then accelerate slower. Yeah, be more gentle. How does it feel? Very free?
Yeah.
Nice,
I think
man.
I'm just like, it's just awkward using this new like technique.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You just gotta get used to it, bro. It's it's very fun. It's very free. Okay, so you can try it again to get used to it. Like this is everything else will be harder from here on. So try it. You can also look at the bottom of the board, like the very bottom of the board for ground scenarios. So you can see the depth of the board. So for ground scenarios, the further away it is from you, it's gonna be moving at the same speed, but it's further away, so it's slower. So so if it's moving left and then it's like moving front and back, that means it's increasing speed, slowing down, increasing speed, slowing down. So if you read the depth well by looking at the bottom of the board, you can tell that it's gonna like speed up or slow down in advance, or like earlier at least. Yeah,
I have to reset a lot with this
yeah,
style.
yeah. It's fine. You might want to play a little higher sense, like 20, 28. Yeah, not lower. You'll find that no matter what sense you play, you can play it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So to get used to the sense, move the cursor by a little bit and by a lot first. Just by a little bit and by a lot. Yeah. And then you get a sense of it and you can play. Make sure you're looking at the target exactly and you're aware of the crosshair position at all times. When you're tracking a target like this, the third thing to be aware of is uh, how the background looks zooming past the target. So when you're staring at like say the bottom of the target, right, you're also seeing like the floor zoom past your vision, right? You should pay careful attention to how it looks because this will help you determine the speed and help you uh, get back onto the target much easier. Like I don't know how it works, but it works. So just try it.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. There's a little bit more to say about this scenario. Uh, okay. Let's talk about the process of tracking. So I've broken it down into 3 different parts: seeing, reading, and reacting. So seeing the target is just like how you use your eyes. It's very, very important because if your crosshair and the target are very far away from each other and you keep looking back and forth them, you're gonna every time you change what you look at, you're gonna need to like find where the other one is, kinda, usually. You're usually looking for them because you're trying to find it, and it'll take some time. When your eyes are moving like across a large distance at once, you're not actually like perceiving your vision. That's why you don't see like a blur when your eyes when you move your eyes between points that are far away enough.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a very natural thing. And during that time, you're not perceiving anything, anything at all. Like you're not if like someone took a one frame and made it like white, like just flashbang you in a dark place, you wouldn't perceive that either. Okay, you kinda, but you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then so you just want to stare at the target ideally, and your aim should be smooth enough that you can keep track of your crosshair and peripheral vision all the time. Then, as I said, notice the background zooming past a little bit, and you can read the speed better. Okay, that's seeing the target. Then there's reading the target. So reading, there's a lot to reading. In game, you'll be thinking of like, what's the opponent moving? I mean, why is the opponent moving like this? Like he wants to run for cover, like he wants to secure this, run toward the objective. Like his strafe is like biased towards the objective. Like even if he's gonna like do some erratic movement, they're gonna be trying to head towards like some objective or like head towards some cover, right? So with that bias in mind, you can have an expectation that to that the opponent is moving in that direction, and because you expected it, if you predict correctly, your reaction is gonna be faster. It's gonna be uh, more stable because you're so sure. If you're very sure, you'll shake a lot less. I don't know
Uh-huh.
how to prove it, but it's like preparing for jumping across a 1 meter gap, right? Like let's say you're looking at a 1 meter gap, just looking at it in front of you. Then your friend suddenly pushes you from behind, and then you you know if you don't jump over it, you're gonna fall in the gap. So you're gonna jump and you might not make it because you're unprepared for it. But if you're preparing for it, like like and you just took your time to prepare, you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna imagine I'm gonna jump. So you like maybe you like run over it, run and jump, or and when you run, you like carefully look at where you need to step, or like uh you just prepare to jump, like you bend your legs, bend your knees, and you jump. There's like you're not shaky at all when you do that, right? But when your friend pushes you, you're like whoa, 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 right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's in a sense the same kind of thing. The more confident you are in your movement, the less shaky it is. Okay. Um, so you gotta be very careful of. Oh yeah. So but if what you expect does not mean what actually happens, then you gotta reconcile the two and delay your reaction to things that actually happen. Yeah, so that's the trade off for expectation. Okay. Then in terms of tracking scenarios, there is one expectation that you can always use and apply to every tracking scenario. It won't give you the absolute best result, but it's a decent middle ground. The expectation is that the target will continue in its current direction, and what you're supposed to do is just wait for it to change the direction, anticipate a change in pattern. Okay, like so it's currently continuing on its pattern. You're gonna anticipate a change in the pattern, and when it happens, you're just gonna react to the change, to the new pattern. That's it. So the thing about this expectation is that it covers all cases. It's either it continues in its current pattern, or it changes. That's it. You'll never be surprised. You'll never have cognitive dissonance from expectation not really meeting reality. But uh, by holding this expectation all the time, your aim won't be as smooth as it can possibly get. It depends on the scenario type. If you're playing precision tracking, the target follows a very, very obvious path, especially those that move in straight lines. For this, I recommend you do predict because uh, you can easily up the smoothness by a lot, very easily. But I recommend you brute force. You don't predict first. Every tracker scenario, you brute force first. There's a bunch of reasons. Then afterwards, you start to slowly add in a little bit more prediction, and a little bit more as you learn to read the scenario. You get more familiar with it. You can be more and more confident. Yeah. The problem with prediction in precision tracking is that sometimes you see like a bouncing ball. Wait, I need to check my cam to see what I'm doing. Sometimes you see like a bouncing ball moving, and you're on target, right? You'll be like, oh, it's gonna move in an arc. Then some in training scenarios, it doesn't move in an arc. It moves like back or something, and you'll be like, you'll continue moving this way, even though it has moved away from your cursor. I mean, your cursor has moved away from your target. You don't even notice. But by the time you notice, you'll be like, wait, why is it so far away from my crosshair? Or like, how did it get there? Then you move back. Have you ever had this
Yeah.
feeling? Yeah, that's because you predict too much. Okay, when you predict a movement for a longer time frame, the way you control your mouse or like the way you focus on your mouse is on a longer time frame as well. Or at least I think so. That's for me. So while the target is moving, you're gonna be like focusing on something else. You're gonna be focusing on like moving your mouse gently or like increasing your force gently or something like that. So the trade-off is of smoother movement is just that you can't react to changes that you didn't predict as well. And furthermore, when you're off target, you have to resolve the difference between expectation and reality. You get surprised. And then you need to think of, oh wait, I need to get back on target. And then if you hurriedly get back on target, you'll be shaky. It's like you'll lose score basically. Okay, so that's for precision tracking. In terms of reactive tracking, like the one you're doing now, do you already assume that the target will continue in its current pattern and like prepare for a long strafe every single time it does
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay, nice. I just had to check because it's not too easy to tell from how it looks.
But
So,
when it slows down, I expect it to like move a different way.
no, don't expect it to move a different way.
Okay.
Yeah, that it'll be better overall, and you'll be less shaky, because if you expect it to move a different way, you'll be slightly hesitant in your motion, and then when it doesn't move a different way, like okay, since you're slightly hesitant, you slow down a little, right, or you speed up a little, and then you'll be off. Then you need to resolve the difference between expectation and reality again. Then your reaction to the actual pattern is even later. So so don't do that. Or you can study the board like
Okay.
a lot. Like you go into the map editor, you go and read like what you can actually assume. Then you implement it to your gameplay to score farm. But this like it kind of defeats the purpose of aim training a little. Okay, yeah. Unless you just want to score, you don't want to. You're not training to apply it in game, or like you're just training your mind to do more calculations. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just enjoy game. Okay, that's about prediction, or like the second part about reading the target. The third part about reading the target is, or like reading what you're seeing is, uh, like noticing the distance between the crosshair and the target, and like increasing the amount of force or decreasing it based on how close they are. And that's about it. The
I think I'm
last,
bad with that. I think I'm bad with that one.
yeah. So then focus on that next time. So if you're bad with that, the kind of error that will show up in precision tracking is is like this. So let's say you have a bouncing ball at the height of the jump, right? Your crosshair is right beside it. Let's say you predicted a little bit. So and you predicted off. So when you notice your crosshair and the target and crosshair again, your crosshair is a little bit off to the side. And then sometimes you might, if you predict even more, you might like just end up like this just right beside it, tracking right beside it the whole time, and you're not like correcting
Uh-huh.
onto it. Does this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you're predicting too much. You have to look at the discrepancy, the distance between your crosshair and the target, and well, since it's so close, you think, oh, gently move the crosshair in the direction of the target. Gently move, gently. So a small force, and you correct it like that. If it's very far away, of course you think, oh, bigger force, then smaller force. Make it a natural habit. It will become natural after you do it for like, I don't know, 2 3 days. Yeah. Okay. Then, uh, what else? What else? Okay, the last part about tracking is reacting. So reacting is it's like how smoothly you move the mouse automatically. Like some people try and change how smoothly they move the mouse. Uh, like they try and force it. Like sometimes move smoothly, sometimes move with only like a certain muscle group. But it doesn't really. It's not as smooth as what I taught you. It's not
Yeah.
as brainless as what I taught you. There's a good thing about brainlessness in aim training. Is that you react faster. Uh, those are the three aspects of tracking: seeing, reading, and reacting. And I've taught you all three. Okay, so that's for tracking. Now I want you to try a scenario so that you can learn speed matching. I'm gonna watch you do it so I can determine the difficulty for you, like the difficulty that you should play. But first you play these two warm-ups. So you play the VT vert track warm-up and the VT end control warm-up. So in this, you just kind of focus on being smooth. Yeah. And you get used to the vertical movement. Okay, you're predicting too much. Just care about getting a crosshair on the target. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if it's close, use a lesser force. Remember. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Okay, try again.
It's weird using that method with vertical.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to like incorporate that.
Oh. Uh don't know how to incorporate that.
I could try again. Maybe
Yeah,
it'll
try
just come
again.
to me.
Yeah, it'll just come to you if you keep trying. Just let your body do it for you. Try again.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Again?
try again. Yeah. You kind of don't get it yet. Like from here on, right, everything's gonna get harder. So, uh, you have to kind of master it. Yeah. Does it feel satisfying?
Uh,
What? Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah? Pretty satisfying? Alright, next. Okay.
Oh, can I change my sense?
Yeah, you can, you can. I totally forgot about that. Not bad. Not bad. You feel happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, next. As in, press done, sorry. Okay, so try intermediate first. VTL, long strays, far, intermediate, V2. Yeah, this one. Holy, not bad. I want you to play it until you get at least 4,000 score. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. But about the qualities of the tracking that I want you to get for this, not talking about accuracy. Every time it changes direction, I want you to get onto the board on the very first try. Alright. And if you can, also match its direction and speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine if your score is worse. You're experimenting here. Ooh, very nice. Why do you keep resetting here?
Huh?
Why do you keep resetting near the end?
I run out of space.
Oh, I see. You can reset like a little to give yourself a little bit more space. Yeah. Because like I know you reset till you're comfortable, but I don't think that the mousepad is like close enough to you or something. Like okay, hold on. Let me show you on my hand cam. So when I reset, I mean, well, I sit more to my right, so this is a comfortable position for me. It's like almost at the bottom of my mouse pad. So when I reset, it's something like this. Okay. So I still have some space. If I wanna track a vertical board, sometimes I might play a little bit higher. I don't actually use like the very top of my mouse pad. Yeah, but I do use like this whole bottom 3/4. So you can make it
Okay.
more comfortable. Yeah. I think you will be able to do that. Hit the score requirement. Yeah. Okay. When you're shaking so much like this, it means you're trying to get back on the target too fast. Just lessen the sense of urgency a little bit. Okay, what this means in physical terms is that you're increasing the force on the side of the mouse towards the target too fast. Increase it more gently so you can deal with it. And then when you're getting close to the target, reduce the speed. So it looks like okay. I'm gonna show you a demonstration. Look at my screen. Let's say oh, let's say this is the target when we want to get back on. So since we're staring at a target, it looks as if it's stationary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like this. When we want to get back on a target, this is a slow motion, right? But when you do it fast, it's something like this. Oops, sorry. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So you gotta try to do to be not so rushed. Yeah, in this scenario, as weird as it feels, because it's actually not moving that fast. Okay, this is too slow, right? So you play with more urgency first, then relax just a slight bit, because your body is naturally lazy. You'll hit the right uh you'll hit the right urgency. Yeah, so just go too urgent first. Yeah, yeah, like that, exactly. Play it for like 30 seconds, only half the scenario, then relax a slight bit. Yep. Okay, so half the scenario has passed, relax a slight bit, just a slight bit. Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so this approach where you increase the urgency by like to the max on purpose and then like relax a little bit can be used for like
Uh-huh.
any tracking scenario. Uh, it's kind of I call this the brute force method. Right? Okay, now play the next scenario. Not say the next, but press done. And since you are okay on the intermediate version, you're gonna play the intermediate version again. The one three below. Yeah, this one. Okay. So the only difference between this one and the previous one is just that it changes pattern faster. Except you play it the exact same way. You still commit to your strafes. Yeah. Yeah. Currently you have some shakiness and I think it's okay because it's your first time like using so much of your shoulder. It's very normal. Like very, very normal. Just don't worry about it. Yeah. As long as you concentrate on the crosshair moving towards the target, it's fine. You'll learn very fast. You are actually staring at the top of the target, right? Or like this, or like a specific point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell, cause you got the idea like immediately. Some people, for some reason, they still don't get it, and then they like kind of like be lazy, or maybe it's because they have hit sounds. They rely on the hit sounds to tell whether they're on target. So they they find it difficult to position their cursor like at an exact point on the target. It's because they don't rely on their eyes that much. Yeah, they don't rely on it enough, and it leads to very lazy tracking technique. Like if you're gonna track a head of some guy flying through the air, you're not. They might miss, but if you stare like exactly at the head, yeah, you will hit because you're gonna make sure the crosshair is on it all the time. Yeah, that's why it works. It's very
Okay.
simple, right? It works because you make sure it's on the target all the time. Yeah. Okay. Play it again until you get about 4,000 score. Yeah. So it's not the real challenge yet. There's like two more levels. It's the same thing but faster later. So you try and get used to this. Uh, please take a break. Yeah, please take a break. Like stretch, drink water, like go to the
Let me grab
bathroom.
some water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
What was that?
OBS. Hmm? I'm not gonna post anything without your permission.
Whoa, what did you say about OBS?
I'm recording this session, if you don't mind.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. May I share it with other people that want to like track smoother as well?
Yeah,
Thank you. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you at the beginning.
that's alright.
Thank you so much. Yeah, the last time I did this, I asked for the person's permission, but I forgot to hit. I didn't click the right button. I didn't click record. I clicked stream instead. Uh, it's terrible. Thank you. Okay. Um, let's continue. Yeah, just whenever you're ready, just play it. Hmm. Try the adapt version. Yeah, it's okay. It's to your first day. Like the thing about tracking is that because it's unlike static where you can choose your own pace, right? In tracking, you're stuck at this speed. But if the speed of the target is too fast for you to maintain smoothness, then it's gonna make you get bad habits. You see, Like if you don't, uh, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It seems like you can do this one. Nice. Move on to the next one. Adapt
Like
version.
next.
No, done. Play the, yeah, done. Then play the next adapt one. Yep. Hmm. Restart. There we go. You need to be more urgent. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. See, the way you lag behind, if you don't reach the target, it means you need to be more urgent. If you reach the target and then suddenly stop because you trying to stop yourself from overshooting, that is too urgent. Okay? If uh, yeah, then once you do it too urgent for like 30 seconds, then you can like just relax a little bit and you will hit it. Yeah. You hit it just nice. Try again. Oh yeah, that's great. That's great, bro. Yeah, try the next adapt one. This is the last one before graduation for this technique. Yeah. Oh, almost there. Damn, I'm smiling, bro. That was so good. Okay, so, were you doing the like 30 seconds more urgent than needed thing?
Was I doing it? Oh, I kept like I was like doing more than less, like trying to find like
The balance.
the right balance of it.
Yeah. You get it now. Okay. So, that that's basically what you just learned. Is called speed matching. It is, I think, along with smoothness, the two fundamentals of tracking, because you can you can do this urgency thing with any tracking scenario, like anything. All right, to mess with stability. That's all. That's all there is. For most of them, like you can get to grandmaster, I think, just by messing with this, like and the smoothness technique. Um, okay, so I'm gonna try the next scenario. Yeah, okay, not the next one. Like press done. Try a PGT intermediate. Yeah, this one. Hmm. You are messing with urgency again, right? Uh,
Yeah.
I'll give you a quick tip for balls going in curve directions. Like in curves. Most of these benchmark ones, they don't move in perfect curves. They move in like somewhat unpredictable curves. It's to throw you off because it's difficult to predict. The better option would be not to predict. You can try. So you basically play it pretty urgently. Yeah, the whole time on when it's on the curve. Don't predict his movement, just move the crosshair to the target and match his speed. Just like you were matching the speed of the one you just played. Like you were looking at the target and then like trying to move to it and matching its direction, right? You can kind of break down the curve into like a whole bunch of straight lines. And that's why you're gonna be looking at this like, yeah. Yes, yes, just like that. Let's keep up this urgency. It works. Okay, okay, that's the one bouncy ball scenario. Press done. Try extra smooth sphere better easy below there. Skip precise op. Yeah, this one. Okay, so do you notice? Tell me what are your thoughts on this scenario.
I think it's like a little harder because it's small.
Mm-hmm. What about
It's
its?
pretty similar to that smooth bot one, the
Mm-hmm.
snake track.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Tell me about its acceleration. Is it gentle? Is it? Is it?
Yeah, it's like slows down and speeds up.
Yeah. And the yeah, yeah, that's about it. And the strafes are really long, right? Sometimes
Yeah,
it's not so long. Sometimes when you're trying to follow a long strafe, sometimes it kind of like um appears suddenly below or above like where it was.
yeah.
Yeah, that's because you're predicting too much. Try and play this
Okay.
with a lot more urgency, or you can, yeah, try first. Try first. Now that didn't feel so good, right? Like,
At the end, it didn't.
yeah, cause uh, like you were shaking a lot, right? But the
Yeah,
actual fact is that you're on target a lot more because even if you're shaking onto the target. So um, usually when you play with more urgency than is needed, you shake onto the target and you get a higher score. Yeah. So now I'm going to demonstrate how it's like to play with different levels of urgency, so you can see me play it, see another person play it, and you can tell me what you think. Uh, like what you notice. Okay. Where is it? Okay, so wait, hold on. Okay, so first I'm gonna play it like this. This is high urgency. Oops. Yeah, okay, so that's high urgency. If I relax a little bit, it'll become a lot smoother. You can see the... What do you notice is the difference?
Hmm. You're less shaky,
Yeah, that's shaky, right?
but
No?
you're like hitting the bot less.
That's just me not concentrating fully. Yeah, does this look okay?
Yeah.
Not bad, right? Yeah, so that's like relax a little bit, so it's a lot less shaky, but you need like better reading of the board to be on the board itself. Like you can, if your muscle control is very good, you can just like brute force it like at the beginning, you know. Like at first, I used to be like this. Yeah, but you know, after a lot of practice, it's become better. So now I'm going to play with even less urgency. I want you to notice the acceleration of the board and when this works. So should I be more urgent or less urgent now?
Less.
Less?
A little more.
A little more? Okay, something like this. You get the
Mm-hmm.
idea. Okay, now let's try snake track. Oh, there's something a little different from about snake track than this scenario. You'll see. Like the advanced version. Maybe you've never played it before, but it's not the same as the intermediate. I'm gonna try with maximum urgency first. Like more than enough. So snake track is divided into two kinds of strafes. This is the long strafe, and then the short strafes like this. Short strafe, long strafe, ish. Yeah. So um, with this amount of urgency, can you see which kind of strafe I'm hitting better?
Short strays.
Short strafes, right? Okay, then what about long strafes? It looks like, do I need less or more urgency for long strafes?
Less.
Okay, let's try it. Looks better? Better?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of get the idea, but let's have a look at what the board is doing and like what's the difference between its long and short strafes. So its long strafes are like this. It's like it reminds us of smooth extra smooth here better easy, the previous the small ball one, and it's like the acceleration is very gentle, right? For long
Mm-hmm.
strafes, look, yeah, and then when it does a short strafe, the acceleration is it's not really so gentle. It kind of like change direction so fast, right? I don't know if you can tell, but the acceleration is faster during the short strafes. So
Yeah.
there's a there's a link between the acceleration of the board and how urgent you need to be to catch up to it perfectly. You see, it's urgent, less urgent, gently, and then gently, more gently, more gently, more gently, more gently. You get the idea. So how urgent you need it to be depends on the current acceleration. So this is what I call urgency, and I've never seen anyone uh, describe it, honestly. Like I just found out today. I was looking at my friend play, I was like, oh, yeah, right. Um, so, what else? What else is there to teach you? Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yay! Play Snake Track for me, please. That was
Snake
the,
track.
yeah, intermediate version. You shouldn't do the advanced version. It's a bit too much for now. Like, so honestly, I think since you know the technique, you can do the smooth technique. All you need now is speed and like learning how to read the accelerations. Since you're always looking at a target, you, I mean, well, I've just given you like all the fundamental stuff you can, like very strong fundamentals you can work with. All you need to improve it now is muscle control, yeah, or muscle strength. So to improve it, honestly, just play whatever you want. Honestly, yeah, it doesn't matter. And if you want, I can tell you a little bit about what I found out in static. Yeah, because after tracking, I went to static to try and explore like what.
I've just been doing the viscose.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you need help with any of these? You can try and apply
Um,
some of the concepts.
I just started like so I got to like this on
Yeah,
easier, and someone told me just to go to medium.
yeah.
I don't know what these scores mean.
It doesn't mean anything. It's just there to give you dopamine to continue training.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're playing the advanced? Or is this intermediate? Uh, there's no name. You 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 deleted the scenario name. Okay. Yeah. So from what I can tell, most of the time you're too gentle, to be honest. Yeah, for the long strafes. Like your estimation is always more off. So I just recommend you play with more urgency than needed, and I think that'll set you up to be better tomorrow. Yeah, because anyways you'll go on the target if your urgency is higher than needed. Yeah. Wait, what did you? Oh, that's advanced. No wonder. Okay. No, don't
So
play
what
it.
am I supposed to play?
Intermediate.
Intermediate?
Intermediate. No, you're not supposed to hit Grandmaster right now. I don't expect that. Yeah, you could if you want, but you have to lock in like your life depends on it. So it does a lot of short strafes. I recommend you near the changing of directions you should have more urgency and transition into less. Yeah. Make the transition gradual, right? Because this acceleration change is gradual. Oh, first try, baby. Yeah. So right now, I believe you're kind of shaky because you're just kind of messing around, and you still haven't got used to this new way of like moving smoothly. It does look very smooth to me. So at this point, just play whatever scenario you enjoy, uh, with like slightly more urgency than needed, at least on the first few tries, or at least the first 30 seconds, and you'll be fine. Yeah, that's all.
Is
Enjoy
that the whole session?
enjoy tracking. Yeah, that's for the tracking. I can tell you about static if you want.
I'm pretty bad at static.
Sure. I mean, since you could do the speed matching just now, you can play static as well. Sounds crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a bathroom break, then I'll explain it to you. Okay? Yeah. I can
Um,
yeah.
I may just go to bed.
Oh, okay. Then I can explain it to you like another day.
Okay.
Like how
Thank you for the
yeah.
coaching.
It's not really coaching. I'm just telling you to try stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like to view it as me sharing about muscle control. And like I prefer to have you try everything yourself because honestly, I'm not like celestial tracking or whatever, but I've every single time I play kovaaks, I'm consciously aware of like what I'm doing, and I've micromanaged it to a point where I'm pretty sure I know what's the essence of it. Yeah, that's why I can teach like this. I've made like all these mistakes that I talked about before. Yeah.
Wow, that's not even platinum. Hold on.
Add you as a friend on Discord. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you already sent me a okay. Yeah, and if you want to know a little bit about static, you can ask me next time. But honestly, I really only need to give you one tip, and I think you'll get it straight away, since you know about speed matching. Um, Wait, actually, yeah. So you know how during speed matching and tracking, you kind of like through pure concentration, you don't overshoot, right?
Uh-huh.
You can also don't overshoot in static just by pure concentration. Now the key thing is you have to look at the target you're flicking to, just like in tracking. If you're looking at a target with your peripheral vision, you won't your flick won't be like exactly accurate. Like if you're looking at a target exactly right with your eye the whole time, and you kind of know where your crosshair is, you can make the flick extremely straight. It'll just work. Like you'll find that you'll be able to do it, and you'll also be able to stop right before overshooting. Okay, when look at my screen, I guess I'll play some static to demonstrate. Let's see, where's the static? If IT. So I'm gonna look at this as if I'm gonna speed match it. It's like air scenario, and I'm gonna be urgent, right? Like that. See, I don't overshoot because uh I'm looking at a target the whole time. But if I look over here instead, see, I overshot already. Like the direction that you move in is not accurate. You see, I went a bit to the left, a bit to the a bit above just now. But if I look straight at the target, I get it every time. And okay, if your flick looks like this, you're too urgent. Like you suddenly stop when you try and stop overshooting, and then you slowly move. I mean, you can kind of like uh make use of that by messing with your expectations. I'll explain that later. But just be slightly less urgent, or just relax slightly, and you'll be able to do something like this. You know?
Yeah.
So whenever like so the question is like when do you move your eye to the next target? Answer is the moment you are sure that your micro is gonna hit, then you move your eyes to the next target. It's that simple. Because usually when people practice doing micro like this, like I can close my eyes. Oh shit, close my eyes. Well, I guess I'm not really that good. I haven't played static. I only played 3 days, right? Like for 2 hours in total. Then maybe over here, close my eyes. Oh, close my eyes. Yeah, you see. So for me, I can only confirm like definitely when I'm at like this distance and moving towards the target. For some people that are more experienced at static, it might be like at this distance, they're sure. Like you don't really need to care about the distance, you just care about like the feeling. And if you're off the target, you just make sure you look. You can look at the
Mm-hmm.
start, why not? Alright, so you can look at the next target, and this will give you like very accurate flicks, very accurate micros, very accurate everything, because you're just doing like speed matching and tracking. It's the same feeling, except tracking is harder because the targets are moving everywhere, as you just experienced. So static is that's it. I've explained static
Yeah.
because you learn tracking. Yeah, uh, sounds too good to be true.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, you can try it. Try static. You know what I mean. Be careful of how you use your eyes, and you'll be fine. Mm, I can tell you some interesting things about static, I guess. So one thing is like people will keep telling you like use the shoulder first and whatnot. But after I came up with the tracking technique, and I realized, if you think about like the muscles consciously, you're not gonna do the most natural movement. The moment you reach the target, you're gonna feel like restricted sometimes. So like the ideal would be to just move the crosshair right towards the target. So the way I played static intuitively was to play it like Osu, the circle clicking game. If I'll do this, you see, I'll be like that, like this. I'll just assume that you hit, and none of it will hit. The reason why
Yeah.
none of it hits is because the circles are too small here. So you need to kind of confirm. If you play like Osu, you just look at the target every single time. You can kind of do it. But if you only look at the target starting from after you start the flick will be inaccurate. Maybe the micro will be accurate, but the flick will be inaccurate. Then I was like, well, what if? How do I make it faster? Well, if I flick in this direction, my peripheral vision is like somewhere here, right? I'm looking here. I'm looking at this target and this target. Right? I'm gonna click this left target and go to the right one. And then my peripheral vision was like looking somewhere here. So it was starting looking here and it ending looking somewhere here. You'll find that it doesn't really work. It's simply because you're not looking straight at the target. Okay, but I didn't know that yet. So I was like, okay, after I click this target, I move to the next target, and then my flick doesn't land. Do I just like click once and then move to the target and click again? Isn't that faster in time wise? Yes. But the problem is, in game you can't really do that in some games. Like you're really punished for missing shots, and some scenarios, uh, in some scenarios you're punished for that, like pasu, because the
Uh huh.
score is based on accuracy as well. So like, oh no, that's not a it's not a good habit to have. Like in game, if you just shoot a gun, like the moment you flick, and then by the time you micro, the guy reacted and moved away already. Like, yeah, it's not a good habit. But my question was, how do I make this faster? So after you stop the flick, the reason why you hesitate so much is because you expect to hit the target, right? Or then um, you didn't prepare the move, right? So firstly, you expected uh, to hit the target, and so you didn't expect any further. You didn't plan any further than that, right? So if you didn't hit the target, you have to react to this situation you suddenly find yourself in. You'd be like, oh, okay, I want to move to this target right beside me, but move the crosshair to the target right beside it. But why does it feel so difficult to move my muscles, to move my hand, like to move the crosshair? Well, actually, you can overcome this quite simply by preparing to move the crosshair to the target from a certain error range. So the thing is to expect that you won't like flick to a target the whole time, right? And then to expect that you'll land in a certain error range, and from this certain error range, this area, prepare to micro to this target from anywhere within this area. So it looks like this. See, it's much faster.
Yeah.
But you might think, oh, this might work, but this doesn't reach the speed of people that play like this. Like some of them flick like that, and then they just abruptly stop and micro. It's like brute force, you know. I think they don't hit the target exactly because they don't really care about like whether they overshoot or not. That's one thing. And second, they're not like looking exactly at the target. They're not being careful enough with it. Like you have to do with speed matching, otherwise you start shaking, right? In static, you're not punished for it. So you can just use this technique. You're not gonna be like shake. You're not gonna be like go to the target, and then when you correct, you start shaking like that. No, you won't start shaking like that. You can just stop so easily. Unlike in tracking, static is has a there's a wider range of techniques you can use. But since you already know the speed matching technique, you can just use it. Just by looking at the target you're going to. Okay, so my idea was like, how do I speed this up even further, right? I didn't know that about this thing where you just look at a target and I can do it. So I was like, okay, let's expect myself to fail, right? To fail the flick, then expect to move anywhere in this area to this circle. Then right after that, imagine or like prepare myself already to flick to this next target. So I would think like, okay, I need to go in approximately this direction. Then afterwards, expect to fail around this area, prepare to move to this target and stuff like that. And the next one, and next one. And the result looks like, okay, hold on. Uh, you see, it's not that bad in terms of hesitation, right? Uh, this is what they call fluidity in static clicking. So the key to fluidity is to be careful about what you expect and prepare yourself for. That's really about it. You just gotta be careful about that, and so you have no hesitation. Like you just have a plan for all cases. Just like how in tracking, we have we expect to follow the bot and just wait for it until it change pattern, then we react. And if you know the bot super well, you can just predict and track along. Okay, so yeah, that's all I know about static. I thought it was pretty interesting to share, and you can mess around with this kind of thinking. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for uh
Thank you.
thank you for allowing me to record halfway. Thank you for trusting me with your time and your uh yeah, your time and stuff. Like you actually like followed along and you didn't like get distracted by anything somehow. Most people I teach are like, I don't know, I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. Yeah, they're very distracted easily. Yeah, it was very nice. I enjoyed teaching you, and you were like communicative, responsive, and when you
Thank
like
you. Thank you.
AFK, yeah, it's all very nice. So yeah, that's it. Any questions? Like my thoughts on like
Um,
peripherals or whatever.
well, I already have I use a glass pad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a super light 2. I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking about getting like a fingertip mouse. I don't know. I have 500 hertz monitor.
Very nice.
Mm. I use the uh, Ultra Glide Racing Sport 2 mouse pads.
Those cloth pads? Or
I
glass
mean
pads?
dots.
Oh, the
Dots.
dots. Oh, okay. Ultra Guard Racing Sports 2. I use what do you call these? Unusual Way Unusual Way Sports Black Fox skates.
Mm.
They are like UMHWPE skates with like dampeners between the skate and the base of the mouse. So when you when it goes over dust, the feeling is dampened. So it's not so loud, nor is it so scratchy. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It can last for like 2 weeks on glass. Pretty good.
Mm. Oh,
Oh, there goes my cam. Okay, that's some pretty nice peripherals you have there. Okay, I'm using a 120 hertz monitor, so you know like smoothness is, well, you can get really good scores on slow scenarios easily, no matter what monitor you have. Then in terms of mouse gate combo, I feel like the mouse gate you choose for your glass pad should allow you to do the tiniest micro adjustment easily. When I use the stock skates with my pad, this is the Glassworks Zin, and the stock skates were Cyclone Pros. When I tried to do the tiniest micro adjustment, I could only move by like this much on my screen at most. But when I try
yeah,
it with these skates, I can move the same amount but smoothly, and I can like choose when to stop in between. Like
that's the problem I had with the obsidians on my glass pad.
it was too slidey. Yeah,
Too like jittery.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
every like movement would be like this.
yeah. Exactly,
But
exactly.
this one's like super smooth.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a good thing. Like it's the desirable quality of mousepad skate combo. Yeah. What else? Uh, oh, when you play like target switching or static clicking, especially target switching, you might want to turn on your hit sounds again, because uh, people like rely on the number of hit sounds to determine when the target dies. Yeah.
Should I turn them on for this scenario?
Nah, hell no.
Okay.
Like some people like to turn it on to tell like uh when the crosshair is on the target, but I prefer using a using a crosshair that makes it even clearer, so you can actually see. It's the important part, seeing. Yeah, I don't need to
Uh,
emphasize it anymore.
yeah, this is the person who I like.
Uh-huh.
This is what my aiming style. Look at that. Look how like tweaked his wrist is.
What
You see what I'm saying? You see
the
that? His aim is good, but like I don't know. This is like very freaky.
yeah, yeah, this doesn't look comfortable.
He only uses his wrist ever, and he never aim trains. He just
Oh, he does use his arm, forearm a slight bit. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Maybe the rest is off cam. Okay, look at my
uh-huh.
hand cam. So, like, remember I said there's like two ways of using your moving this way. You can move with just your wrist, or you can move like with the fingers like that. And there's a huge difference in how it feels. You can try it. Yeah, maybe he's doing the more natural way, but you can't see the rest of the arm of the mouse pad. So yeah, that's why you don't notice. Then when you try it with the wrist alone, it hurts. Yeah.
I liked for a second. Sorry if you said anything.
Oh. Okay. So you remember how like I told you like there's two ways of moving the hand like this.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
the
you can try with
fingers
just
and
the
the wrist.
wrist, or you can like move. You can just like try thinking about the gentle feeling on the mouse and preserving it while holding your arm in place.
I think it's a lot harder for me too if I'm like I don't know if it's just like my mouse, but like sometimes like it feels like just even clicking like takes a good amount of force from my finger.
Oh. Uh. Even clicking, huh? Then, okay. What kind of mouse grip do you have? Sorry, not weird. What kind of mouse grip do you have?
Um, so honestly it depends. Sometimes I full palm it, like just like
Mm-hmm.
this, like fully palmed.
Uh huh.
Um, The other times I kind of like it just depends. Sometimes I'll also just like raise my palm up slightly and then move my fingers back just a tiny bit and then have like a
Oh, like that. Like this? Are you lagging? Wait,
sometimes I'll have like
sorry. I think you just lagged. Are you there?
I'm lagging.
Alright.
Okay. Sometimes I'll have like a quarter inch gap between like the mouse and my palm. Kind of like your grip right now, just a little
Uh-huh.
closer.
Oh, but is your wrist touching the mouse pad?
Yeah.
Oh, so like this. And a little bit closer like this.
Slightly closer, maybe.
So the is it
Yeah,
like
like
a
that.
claw grip that is touching the back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to play like this. Yeah. But honestly, I feel like it's not as free as the fingertip grip because when I reach further, the most natural reaching is like this. Oh, hold on. Say this is how it is when I naturally reach my arm out.
Mhm.
But you see, it's above. So if I force my arm to be like this, it introduces tension. Force my wrist down, it introduces tension. So this is why I like fingertip grip. It feels free, so free.
Are you not supposed to touch the pad when you're playing fingertip?
Sorry,
Are you not supposed to touch the pad when you're playing fingertip?
it's preference. Some people like having their little finger touching the pad for like slow down, but I decided, I really don't like the feeling of touching the mouse pad with my skin. So I my little finger used to be on the pad itself like this when I was gripping the mouse, but I
Mhm.
trained myself to like lift it a little bit up, and now it doesn't touch anymore. Yeah. About mouse grip, I do have things to say about it. Okay, so for scenarios, super bouncy ball scenarios, that are slow like PGT, I I I used to like mess with the mouse grip. Okay, how you can mess with the mouse grip? First, you don't uh don't touch your mouse. Okay, now imagine you're gonna move your mouse like in the PGT pattern, a huge like arc. So you just when I was imagining muscle movements still, I'll hold my mouse like this, and then I lean back a bit, and then I'll play PGT like this. As you can see, there's a lot of vertical range of motion. So I was able to hit like the entire bounce. Okay, so this gave me my first master score for PGT. Um, then for like the snake track and like the extra smooth sphere better easy, you have this op that just goes like whoa, all the way to the side. The grip that I found was best for it. When I prepared to move to the side by a long way, for some reason I grip the mouse like this. So I very firmly grip the mouse, so I can put a lot of sideways pressure. The reason being, when I still controlled my muscles consciously for the long strafes, I controlled it from the arm. My reasoning was that if you can move your arm smoothly in the air, or you can move your hand smoothly in the air, you should be able to move your mouse smoothly on a mouse pad. It's only 60 grams, for God's sake. Like, if you can do this and smoothly in the air, you should be able to move smoothly in the air. So I control using my shoulder and arm, right? But there was still shake in my tracking. I can demonstrate. So extra smooth spear better easy. Okay. Wait, hold on. Like this, I think. You see this shake?
Mhm.
When does it happen? Well, it happens most of the time, I guess. But but like this shake is because I'm gripping my mouse too hard. I think the reason why people death grip is
When
because
the bot's like decelerating.
when the boss decelerating, I shake.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't tell. I haven't tried this way in so long. But anyways, this way exhausts my hand very fast because I'm gripping the mouse so tightly. The idea is that the reason I'm shaking is because I'm controlling from the arm. So the arm is smooth, right? If you want the mouse to be smooth, everything between the mouse and the arm has to be smooth. Has to be solid or like rigid, right? So if the hand is rigid and the wrist is rigid, there's no way the mouse won't be smooth. So I found a way to grip it hard, which is like this. You can see it kind of works. But the problem is there's like tension in my shoulder for doing this. Like you can see it's really stable, like really stable.
Mm.
I can probably like hit a good score on this. But the problem is that it doesn't last long. It only lasts like 20 seconds. After hitting like everything for 20 seconds, my shoulder hurts. So instead of doing that, you can just move the mouse starting from your fingers, which you can do just by thinking about the gentle feeling and the force on the mouse. And as long as the force is the same, the speed of the mouse will be the same, the speed of the cursor will be the same. It's all very intuitive. And it uses barely any tension. Okay. For death gripping, have you ever death grip before when playing games?
Yeah. But I do
Okay.
it a lot less now.
Yeah, I think it's because you have more control. So, I think the reason why people death grip is because when they put a force on the side of the mouse to move it to the right, they always forget to release the force on the other side. Or basically, they may preserve the gentle feeling on the left side, but they don't preserve the gentle feeling on the right side as well. Like every contact point around the mouse.
Mm.
So, what happens is they start to grip harder and harder because when they want to slow down their mouse to change direction, they forget to release the tension on the other side. So the tension just keeps building up and they start death gripping. When the target is changing direction, like 80-80 strafing, like suddenly they find it really hard to move the mouse. It's because they're just forgetting to relax. Yeah, pretty much. So I hope this gives you an understanding like uh, of tracking and like how to use your body to do it pretty naturally and
Uh-huh.
uh, hopefully when someone else tells you like how they think about it, you can start to like reason how they maybe were not say misled by their ideas, but whatever works, right? Like if they manage
Yeah.
to do the muscle control consciously way and then they work out, they lift weights and everything to support that kind of style, yeah, sure, why not? If it works, it works. And I already told you what I think is the ideal tracking technique, like the brainless technique, or like think as few things as possible. So I think this is the way. I used to say like um, release whenever you change direction, you release the force on the other side. But now I just say keep the gentle feeling on all contact points of the mouse at all times. I think that kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
Yeah.
It works? Okay, nice. That's the second person to confirm that it works. I totally forgot. I haven't tried it yet. I just like gave the advice like yesterday night and it worked. So that's it. That's probably almost all that I know about aim training. And I think it's pretty awesome because you can apply this knowledge beyond aim training. Like let's say you're gonna do a jump, right? Like if you imagine yourself doing a jump or prepare yourself doing a jump, you might or like you're trying to like skip or something, you might use like only your calves to like hop 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 a little bit and your calves get tired really fast. right? But like by cows, I mean this part. It's elastic,
Yeah.
and then you kind of like this, right? Jump, boing, 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 right? So, uh, if you imagine yourself pushing the ground away, like with a gentle feeling, you can kind of like and like catching the ground, uh, or something like that. You get the idea. Like just focus on the feeling between the contact point and prepare yourself for a larger force and change the force gradually. You will activate your whole body in a jump, and when you land, you'll feel like no strain at all. You can try it if you're healthy enough. If you like walk every day, you're probably healthy enough. If you're like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I've like some, I've shared with like one person that like, when they just hold their hand out, their fingers would start shaking. I'm like, bro, have you exercised? It's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. You might need to go out and take a walk. Yeah. So, yeah, it depends. Then like, let's say you want to climb stairs. If you figure out how to climb it efficiently, you can just climb like a lot. Or like you want to walk from place to place, or you run, or you want to jump, skip, whatever. You can apply it everywhere. If you want to like figure out which breathing technique is better, like let's say you breathe in, right? And then when people say like breathe in all the way, you feel like this tension inside your chest, right? As you breathe in. And but if you let your body move to make that breathing in uh more comfortable, and and then you breathe out, you feel like nothing really happened, right? As if you breathe normally. Like when you're talking to me, you don't notice like the tension, some tension growing and lessening, growing and lessening. So I hope this you can tell like which kind of movements you're doing are like are tiring you, because I've ever done that for breathing, and if you manage to tire out the muscle that helps you breathe, I can confirm it sucks. Uh, yeah,
Well, if
it's
I'm really locked in, I do abdominal breathing instead of like thoracic breathing.
yeah, but you can probably just imagine the air going through your nostrils, and your body will do it for you. Yeah. So like how have you ever seen those breathing exercise tutorial where they tell you to like imagine like goodness and happiness breathing in, and then you breathe out the sadness or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think the reason why they ask you to do this visualization is because if you think about the specific muscle groups, you're not gonna activate like everything naturally. And the
Yeah.
visualization is just to help you like achieve that kind of effect. It's not they're not asking you to take it literally, as if you're gonna be happier. I mean, but they notice that if you do it as if you're gonna be happier, you're gonna breathe more efficiently. So
Yeah.
in martial arts, like when they imagine like the chakra and the god knows what, I think it's just to get the efficient motion. It's not really asking you to believe that such a concept exists. It's self hypnotism, right? As long as it works, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that this was really fun to think about. Yeah, and I hope you have fun with it too.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that was like a long session. I had fun teaching you. I enjoyed it. I hope you did enjoy it too.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, keep in touch. Yeah, show me
Yeah.
your scores when you get them, and if you possible, try and record, because you're playing on Steam, right? So
Uh-huh.
like you can turn on your Steam recording, like this. So you press Shift tab, and then you click on the settings. Oh, sorry, you click on game recording instantly. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you click on settings, and game recording. And then you can press record in background, and that's about it. That you start automatically recording. Then
I have shadow play.
then you can just use shadow play. Yeah. So please if you want to send me a run, record your run like in the replay buffer or something, and send it to me. I would love to see the run
Okay.
instead of the score, because I can I can tell whether you kept applying the technique or you just like brute forced it. Like not brute force it in this way. Like you know how some people's aim are like super shaky? It's because they use like just they have pivot points when they aim basically. And uh through pure concentration and brute force, they shake onto the target. Like people have gotten like grandmaster scores shaking onto the target. It's crazy. Like I don't know how they do it. Uh, but yeah, please take care of your health. Listen to your body. Don't get injured. Safety first. Yeah, that's all.
Don't aim like this guy.
Aim like who? Oh yeah, don't aim
The
like that
gaming
guy.
definition.
Yeah, don't aim like that guy. Yeah, the guy is a legend. Yeah.
He is goated. He is
Oh,
goated
this
in
guy?
game.
Yeah, he's a legend. I mean, it looks like he got the technique down though. Maybe he's actually just really strong.
I guess so. I
Yeah.
guess so. He has been doing it for like 8 years.
Oh,
All
okay. Yeah,
right, I'm gonna
he
go to bed at
yeah.
6:30 in the morning.
Oh, sorry. Good night.
Oh,
Uh,
you're good.
yeah. See
All right,
ya.
good night.